Well, Odafe, your little brother committed.
Yep.
What's it like to see him go through that process?
It feels good, just seeing him, work hard and, spend long nights in the gym, long mornings in the gym. And just for him to just be able to, commit to a school like that, Oklahoma, it makes me feel good because I know I did my part. And he's just looking after me and he's trying to do everything he can do on his path. So, yeah.
At the quarter, 4 games into this, your rookie season, to have had the impact that you did, that you've had thus far, are you kind of like, whoa, this is even going better than I thought, or is this kind of like, no, this is what I expected when I got here?
It's just believing in yourself and betting on yourself every time. So, I believe that if I put my mind to it, I could do it, and I could, make an impact in whatever way they needed me to do. So, I wouldn't say it's a situation where I'm like surprised or anything. It's just, I believe in my capabilities and my abilities, and I'm just following what God thinks I can do and what I should be doing.
What was it like in Denver? 3 out of 14 third downs. You could feel like you were squeezing the life out of them. Could you tell that the tide had shifted at some point and you guys were really taking control?
Yeah, I just felt like, as the game went along, we just kept on, getting closer and closer. And they started losing more hope. And they started running the ball less and just trying to pass, trying to get the ball down the field. And that's what we wanted, from the jump to, for Teddy to drop back or Drew to drop back so we can get after them. So when that happened, we knew that, we had a good chance. And, the tides were about to turn.
When Javonte Williams had that 31-yard run and some breaking tackles, it felt like that was a turning point and a wake-up call. I don't know how you want to describe it, but something changed after that defensively for you guys. Was that a moment where you declared afterwards, whether it be just on the sideline or in a huddle, being like, all right, that can't happen again?
Yeah, our point of emphasis was just trying to limit all missed tackles, limit long runs, big plays and stuff like that. So once that happened, we just checked ourselves and realized that, what we came to do in this game was, try to shut down the run, shut down any type of, big plays they can do. So once that happened, we had to, reevaluate what we were doing and, get right. And I believe we did after that. So.
Who led the way in that reevaluation? Was there someone that pointed up, or was it just?
It was a collective. Wink, obviously, and then the vets like Marlon, Fee, Calais, Justin, guys like that. Yeah.
At any time, did the altitude affect you at all?
No.
Odafe, last time you guys were at home, prime time against the Chiefs, and we know how you affected that game. Prime time games, Monday night games, Sunday night games, do you kind of thrive in that environment? Like, what's your outlook on prime time games?
I think it's just a situation and a position and a stage just to show, all the hard work that you put through. And, we go through a lot through training camp, OTAs, rookie camp, all that stuff. And it's just a stage for you to show what you've been working hard for. And I believe, like, that's the most fun part of it for me, just letting people know, like, who you are and what you've done, like, your whole life. Because it's not just training camp, it's what you've been working through your whole life. So that's just a stage to perform.
You've proven a lot of people wrong already. You kind of question how immediate of an impact you could have after last season in college. What's your mentality now, kind of for the next step? To prove whatever to people.
Just it's the same. I don't really focus on narratives. I just try to focus on what my calling is, what I got to do. So just to keep on keeping on and just keep on trying to be the best player I can be.
Is your goal to be a linebacker who could be on the field for every snap because you can kind of do anything that would be asked of you?
Oh yeah, that's my goal. Since freshman year when they were trying to make me a pass rush specialist, I hate that. I don't like doing that. So I try to, make sure I'm good in every phase. So that's definitely my goal, to try to be every down backer and everything like that.
I don't know how much film you've been able to watch the Colts yet at this point, but any impressions of Carson Wentz in the Colts?
I watched a little bit. Obviously, he's a good quarterback and stuff like that. But we're focused on what we got to do, and we'll dive in deeper in what we got to look at. So, yeah.
Odafe, last made of the speed of the NFL game. How do you think you've adjusted so far?
I think I've adjusted pretty well for a rookie. Obviously, I can get better in terms of like reading everything and playing a little bit faster. But I feel like my athleticism helps me in a lot of spaces where a lot of other rookies would struggle, stuff like that. But there's always room for improvement, and I'm gonna get better as the games go by.
Looked like you
Odafe.
almost got a second sack when you grabbed Locke's foot there.
That one's still in my mind, man. Like I could have got that one, but you know, that's just growing pains. You know, I gotta track him better. And you know, I was getting a little excited and getting that second sack. I didn't really track it as well as I should have. But you know, as the games get passed along and I get more experience and everything, I'm gonna make that tackle any day.
Odafe, against the Lions was there's some players out with Denver. So how important is to have Houston back?
Oh
on the
yeah,
team?
yeah, it's real important having Yoda back, man. You know, he's just effortlessly wins all the time. You don't really notice until you watch the film that he's always winning. So to always have that constant pressure on the other side, it really helps me and frees up everybody else from interior linemen to the outside backer like me and Tyus and stuff like that. We really needed it. So it's good to have him back.
Did you get any sense that this game going against the Colts, his former team, means anything more to Justin?
I mean, that's his battle. That's what he has to do. But we're competitors, so obviously I believe he probably wants to prove something. He still has it. I know he still does.
Odafe, that was an extremely hard-hitting game Sunday. You knocked their quarterback out of the game. Is that a mentality you guys bring in, and is there a fine line? Because both teams are complaining about excessive hits and things like that. What's the mentality, and is that something you will look to accomplish every week?
Obviously, we play football, so it's a hard-hitting game. But I had no ill intent of trying to knock him out of the game or try to make sure he wasn't playing football for the rest of the game. But damn, lost my train of thought. But yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't. Like I said, there was no ill intent. But our mentality is basically to try to be, the Ravens defense, bring physicality, and do everything that we got to do safely, no penalty wise, and just try to play hard hitting football. But like I said, ill intent. I wish Teddy, prosperity, everything like that. So I wasn't trying to do anything dirty.
On that Bridgewater sack, though, in the first half, when you ferociously get around the edge and quickly, and that moment right before you come up on top of him, basically, were your eyes bright? I mean, what is that moment like?
It's just, excitement, obviously, because, when you turn the edge, you can turn the edge and then get washed back. You can turn the edge and then he steps up. So when you turn the edge, you see that he's still standing there, and you keep on getting closer, and he's still not even seeing you. You just get happy, and that's why you saw me just pounce like a lion or something like that. So yeah, I was definitely excited. You could tell by my celebration, I was excited as hell. So yeah, like I said, it's just as a pass rusher, you just love to see him sitting back there and not noticing that you're coming off the edge like that. So it was cool.
Thanks, Odafe.
Appreciate it.